Welcome to episode 5 of Booster Blitz Zendikar Rising Season. Match 1. Chris wins the die roll and starts us off. Chris' first pile contains 2 copies of Attendant Healer, a 2/3 core cleric that creates a 1/1 white cat creature token whenever he gains life for the first time each turn, and has the activated ability to give another target cleric lifelink until end of turn. He also has a Kitesail Cleric, a 1/1 core cleric with flying that taps up to 2 target creatures when kicked. Bart's first pile contains Seafloor Stalker, a 2/3 Merfolk Rogue with an activated ability that gives it +1/+0 and unblockable until end of turn, and can be activated an infinite amount of times thanks to unlimited mana. He also has a Cunning Geezer Mage, a 3/2 human wizard that lets him return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand when kicked, and a Reclaim the Wastes, a sorcery that ramps, if he had a library. Chris casts both of his copies of Attendant Healer and passes. Bart casts his Seafloor Stalker and Chris realizes the threat it poses. Bart then casts his Cunning Geezer Mage, bouncing one of Chris' Attendant Healers. Bart passes. Chris casts his Attendant Healer again, followed up by a Kick Kitesail Cleric, tapping both of Bart's creatures. He then activates Attendant Healer's ability, giving the other one lifelink until end of turn, and attacks Bart for 2 damage, gaining 2 life and creating 2 1/1 cat tokens. But his value play won't save him and he passes. Bart activates Seafloor Stalker's ability an infinite amount of times and kills Chris with his unblockable Merfolk Rogue. Match 2. Chris has a paired Tactician, a 3/2 human warrior that gets a +1/+1 counter whenever it attacks together with at least 1 other warrior. He also has a Fireblade Charger, a 1/1 goblin warrior that has haste as long as it is equipped and deals damage equal to its power to any target when it dies. Chris' last card is a mountain. Bart has a Murasa Sproutling, a 3/3 plant elemental that lets him return target card with a kicker ability to his hand from his graveyard when kicked. He also has a Tazim Royal Mage, a 2/1 Merfolk Wizard that lets him return an instant or sorcery card to his hand from his graveyard when kicked. Lastly, he has a Farsight Adept, a 3/3 core wizard. Chris casts paired Tactician and Fireblade Charger, then he passes. Bart casts a Tazim Royal Mage, followed by Farsight Adept. He then passes. Chris evaluates his options, but there's no good attacks for him, so he just passes. Bart attacks with both of his creatures, Chris has to block and all creatures die. Bart then casts Murasa Sproutling kicked, returning the Tazim Royal Mage to his hand and recasting it. Chris only has a mountain left, so the match goes to Bart. Match 3. Chris has Cunning Geezer Mage, a 3/2 human wizard that lets him return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand when kicked, and Expedition Diviner, a 3/2 Merfolk Wizard with flying. His last card is a mystery since we forgot to write it down. Bart has Pyroclastic Hellion in his third pile, a 4/5 Hellion that lets him return a land he controls to his hand in order to deal 2 damage to each opponent. He also has Chilling Trap, an instant that gives target creature -4/-0 until end of turn. His last card is a Forest. Chris casts Expedition Diviner and passes. Bart casts Pyroclastic Hellion, followed up by a Forest to deal 2 damage to Chris. Yes, we misread that card, but the result is the same. Bart then passes. Chris casts Cunning Geezer Mage kicked, bouncing the Hellion. Chris attacks with his Expedition Diviner, dealing 3 damage. He then passes. Bart recasts his Hellion and passes. Chris wants to attack only with his Expedition Diviner, but decides to attack with both creatures for some reason. Before damage, Bart casts Chilling Trap on the Diviner to give it -4/-0 and blocks the Geezer Mage with his Hellion, killing the Geezer Mage. Chris then passes and Bart can attack with his Hellion for his 3rd win. Match 4. Chris' 4th pile contains Nahiri, the Lithomancer, thanks to being reprinted as part of the list in Zendikar Rising set boosters. Notably, her +2 ability creates a 1/1 white core soldier, and her -10 ability lets him create a colorless equipment artifact token with Indestructible that gives an equipped creature +5/+5 and double strike. He also has Pelaka Predation, a sorcery that has his opponent reveal their hand. He then may choose a card with CMC 3 or greater that the opponent has to discard. His last card is a Ghoul-Dras Mucklord, a 2/3 crocodile that lets him put a +1/+1 counter on target creature when the crocodile dies. Bart has an alternative artwork, Prowling Felidar, a 2/3 cat beast with vigilance that gets +1/+1 counter whenever he plays a land. He also has a Bayin Veil, an instant that gives his opponent's creatures -2/-0 until end of turn and can also be played as a land. His last card is Clearwater Pathway, a land. Chris opens with a Pelaka Predation and Bart has to reveal his hand. Chris chooses Bart's only creature, the Prowling Felidar. Even though Bart can't win anymore, Chris casts Ghoul-Dras Mucklord, followed up by Nahiri the Geekomancer. He then activates her +2 ability to create a 1/1 core soldier. Chris passes. Bart plays both of his lands and passes. Chris activates Nahiri's +2 ability, creating another 1/1 core soldier and attacks for 3 damage. He passes. Bart leaves 2 blue mana open to bluff a counter spell with his empty hand and passes. Chris activates Nahiri's +2 ability again, creating a third 1/1 core soldier, and passes without attacking. Bart passes. Chris creates a fourth 1/1 core soldier token with Nahiri and passes. Bart passes again. Chris activates Nahiri's -10 ability, creating the Stone-Forged Blade. He equips the artifact to his Ghoul-Dras Mucklord, making it a 7/8 with double strike and attacking for 14 damage, winning at least one match. The end. With 3-1 matches, the winner of the 5th game is Bart. But there's still 10 games to go to decide the winner of the Booster Blitz Zendikar Rising season. If you enjoyed the video, it would mean a lot to us if you like this video and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. See you next time.